My name's Doug, and first time I came to St. Matthew's, my wife and I had been searching for a church home. Well, we had a church home, but it was feeling more like an obligation and didn't feel as much like us. And so we went on a search all throughout town, visiting a whole slew of different churches. And one day we decided to go visit this Episcopal church at the intersection of Steck and Mason. I have to admit, I wasn't entirely sure what this whole Episcopal thing was. And we went in, and I remember the people were really kind. We were sitting next to someone, they had no idea who we were. Very welcoming. You know, when they said, "Glad you're here," I felt like they honestly were glad that we were here. And then the rector, Merrill Wade, the rector who's in charge of the church, he gave a sermon where I didn't feel like I was being talked down to. I wasn't like trying to get a big guilt trip. He didn't make me leave my intellect at the door. You know, they're actually going into some of the questions about spirituality and faith that really intrigued me. And then during the Eucharist, Father Susan Barnes is our senior associate rector. She got up and did communion, and this is the time of the year when they actually do some singing at the start, where she actually chants or sings through the communion part, and she has this shiny silver hair. Light was coming down, and just to hear her voice, and I actually started to tear up. And I thought, hey, this is what an angel sounds like. And the day, my wife Annie and I were driving back home, and we looked at each other and said, "Sign us up." And it's been 2.5 years since, and as Betty, the church staff, says, you know, St. Matthew's bit you, and it bit you good. One of the vestry Annie's involved in the moms group and so many things, and it's been just an incredible blessing for our family.